So here in this video, we're going to have a look at how we integrate some of these reusable UI elements within Moodle. So we're going to jump into Moodle here. We have a course set up with some different week by week elements in here. And basically what we're going to have a look at is how we can integrate some of these UI elements within Moodle. So basically how we can grab the code really easily and use it within our own course design. So if we come to our week 2 tab here, we're going to make sure we've got editing turned on up at the top right here, and we're going to add an activity or resource. So we can use these UI elements in any activity or resource, but we're just going to drop a couple into a label here just to show how they can work. So we'll jump back to these elements, and essentially what we have here is a basic layout with an icon and then title text and then an area where we can insert content. So it's kind of a pretty standard layout for most of these elements. So we'll come to this important UI element here. We'll copy the code, and then basically we're going to go back into Moodle. In order to add this to a label, we need to click this show and hide advanced options, jump into our HTML, and then we can select the HTML that's already there, just delete all that, and then paste that in. And as soon as it's pasted, we can jump out of the HTML. We don't need to edit the code in there, and we can type in our title, week 2 announcement in here, and then we'll just drop some placeholder text in there from this Star Wars Ipsum site. We'll copy that, and then we can paste that in here where it says insert content. So we can insert content in here. We can also use all the other tools that we have available to us in Moodle. So if we want to insert an image within this text frame that we've created, we can come up and click the Insert or Edit Image button, browse our repositories, and we've got some recent files that have been uploaded. I'll use this video editing timeline, and we'll select this, and for the moment we'll just select this image as decorative only and save that image. I've left that image at full width, which means it's going to resize nicely when we save and return to the course, and we'll see our announcement, we'll see the image that we've embedded, and if we scale this down, then you'll see that that will flow nicely into the page design. So whether you're using a laptop, tablet, or phone to display this content on, these UI elements will work quite nicely. So we'll add another activity or resource here. You can see we've got in our UI elements a whole range of different elements here. So for instance, we will grab this video element, so we'll copy the code for that. We'll come back to Moodle, drop down our advanced options, come into the HTML, and then paste this in. And now for this, we're actually going to embed a video in here. So if we come out of the HTML, you can see we've got the name of the video, we've got insert video here, and then we've got some options for text transcript here for our video. And in order to insert the video, we're going to need to go back into the HTML and just look for that text insert video here, because we're going to drop in some embed code from Vimeo. So I've got a video lined up here on Vimeo. We're going to go to the share option there, and we're going to copy this embed code. So I can just select all of this, copy that, we'll jump back into Moodle, and we can delete this, add in a couple of line breaks if we want, and then paste in that iframe embed code. And then if we come out of our HTML here, you can see we will have our video embedded here, and we can add in our transcript here, or if we want to delete that, we can highlight this text transcript and delete that from our box here. So we'll save and return to the course. So you can see we've got our announcement, and then below we have our video, and we can obviously come back in, edit those settings, and then add in the name of the video. We'll just keep the shorter name. And then I believe the video is around 29 minutes long, or 27 minutes and 27 seconds long. So we can type in 27 here. And obviously we can see that that creates this nice look and feel to the different elements that we're laying out within our Moodle page. So a couple of things we can do nicely here. So if we come back to week 1 here, you can see I've added in a discussion topic here, but I've made that discussion topic link to the discussion topic itself. So there's a couple of different steps to do this. We've actually got a discussion topic below here, which is actually hidden to students but made available. So it's a slightly more technical setup. So what this means is if we come to the student view, the students won't see that hidden discussion topic, but they can click on the title here and jump into the discussion topic. So it just makes a nice kind of cleaner, smoother design within our Moodle page. And we can add our discussion topic here. We've got some instructions for the students. So how do we make this happen? So we'll come back to week 1 here, and we're just going to edit this top piece. So if I come back to my normal role and we turn editing on, we're going to delete this topmost label that we've added, and we'll just run through how to add it. So the trick here is in matching the name of our topic. So normally you'll have a visible discussion topic where you can click on it and jump into that discussion topic. So here we just want to change this little Moodle icon and incorporate some more image content and some more text in there to change up the design of things. So we'll leave this as is for the moment, and we are going to come in and add an activity or resource. We're going to use label again, and then we'll jump back to our BirdieOz page. We're going to look for the discuss option here and copy that code. And then when we come back into Moodle and drop this down, we'll paste that in, and we'll come out of the HTML by clicking the HTML button again. And here we need to match the name of that original discussion topic. So if we save and return to course, you can see it needs to be exactly what is videography. So basically I'm going to click here and copy this so that when I come in and edit and add this into the title here, it matches exactly. And what will happen here is this text will be made a link, and I'll show how we turn that on in Moodle in a second. So we're going to add some text in here. We've got our foursome Ipsen. We're just going to grab a little bit of dummy text, paste that in there, and then we'll also come below and add in an image as well. We'll come to server files into our course images, and we'll use this image of a laptop, and we'll add in the descriptive text, which is always important to include. Save that image, and then click Save and Return to Course. And you can see, rather than being the yellow text that we had before, this becomes an active link. And that is done by matching these two names, but also within our filters for our entire course, having this option for activity names auto-linking turned on. So if we turn this off and save changes, come back to our course, we'll come back to week 1, you can see that that isn't now a link. So basically, what we're doing is using that activity auto-linking to link between any text that we type and an activity that we've named. So we'll come back to filters and turn this on, and then we come back again. You'll see in week 1 that is now a link to our discussion topic. So the next step here in week 1 is to hide this. So I'm going to drag my new design above that, and we'll scroll down, and we've got 2 steps to this process. One is to hide it, and one is to make it available after we've hidden it. So we've got our what is videography discussion topic. We're going to hide that. It's hidden from students now, and then we're also going to make it available. So it means that this won't be visible on the page when we're logged in as a student, but the link will work and take us to it. So you can see if I jump back in to my role as a student, then we don't see that discussion topic below. We just get the image that we want to use and any text that we want to add describing the task at hand. We could include some learning outcomes in there, and then we can click on this link. And if we return to my normal role here, turn editing on, we can add that link anywhere in the text. So we could type in for this task, what is videography? So here we've added that exact same text in here, and now when we save and return to the course, this text will also become a link. So wherever we add that text in with this activity linking, it will allow us to link to that particular task. So this could be for an assignment, for something like a document. So if we come back here, we'll come to week 3. I have a PDF here. If we want to have something a bit more interesting than just the PDF icon and the title of this, we can come back to our BirdieOz reusable UI elements, and we've got this read option. So I'm going to copy the code here, and we'll come back to week 3. We're going to add again a label, drop this down, come into the HTML, paste that in, and then click the HTML button again. and we'll save and return to the course, and we're just going to click the edit button to the right of this week 3 reading, copy that, and then come in and edit this, and we'll just add this to the title. So this will now become a link. We can insert some instructions for what to do when you are linking between things. And again, we're just going to use some of the FontAwesome Ipsum placeholder text, and we'll save and return to the course. You can see we can hide this, make it available, drop it down below the other item, and then again, when we're in our role as a student, we see that kind of more nicely designed layout for the page with a link to that PDF. So we'll come back here, and basically we've cleaned up the design a bit and made it a bit more interesting in terms of having the icon, trying to create that interest in the layout and design of our Moodle course. So if we come back to these options, you can see we have a whole bunch of different calls to action for students that we can incorporate into our Moodle courses, either for activities, for research they should be doing, or discussions they should be having. And this will just help to make your course a bit more interesting in terms of its design, and hopefully will help to improve engagement of students within your class. If you do have any questions, then please do get in touch, and hopefully this is a useful overview of how to use some of these UI elements within your Moodle courses.